Now, a couple of days ago, Alan did an interview in Instagram account with someone that he's just talking about what's going on with Villainous. And he just started doing like a normal interview, explaining how the book, how we're doing, they're the places you meet and greet the fans. And in between that conversation, he dropped, "Oh yeah, I'm making a spin-off series for Villainous. Now let's talk about something else." And everybody just lost in mind. But people wanted more. What do you mean doing a spin-off series? And he tried to explain it, but at the same time, he can't really explain it because he's under contract. But vaguely, he explains, yeah, this is a spin-off series, specifically an anime series in the world of Villainous. And that's all he can actually say, but he goes on and explain a little bit more. But every time you keep explaining it, it get more confusing because, according to his words, that it's actually sort of kind of an anime series, but kind of not. Maybe a game, maybe a not, and that's how it goes. Especially his meaning, it could be a completely different platform, and that's the thing. But sort of confused. What do you mean a completely different platform? You mean a Cartoon Network channel, specifically Mexico, or be a United States channel, or be HBO Max or Max or on HBO? That's the thing, it's not super clear that everybody's sort of confused. And even he states, "Oh, we're not the first time we actually did this, but it's a little different, and we follow a complete set of characters in Villainous." And that's it. And he had left a lot of questions unanswered, but he assures you is the full release of the information is coming soon. For right now, it's just a teaser trailer of what you be expect in the near future, because right now he is working on it, and that's all he can say. Of course, a lot of people are just confused. Yeah, I don't blame them, because the interview you can't find it on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Twitter. Specifically, I found one of them, well, one part of the interview on uh, Danny Wolf, if I'm correct, that she have part of the interview is like a minute and a half, but the full interview you can find it on Instagram, but it's just sort of 10 minutes long, but it's just like a normal interview. The only thing you should matter is looking for that clip. In that clip, explains what he's trying to say, but also a little confusing, but even he says he cannot say that much. But you can actually speculate what he actually means. But before I break that down, my name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, the reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, you like how it's going, you like to help my channel, pull like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you need to do. If you don't, that's fine too. But you do, thank you, because of you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm getting close every single thing, because thank to everybody for like, comment, and share. Now let's start with the video. Now this is the interesting part of this sort of interview, is that how our Andy sort of explains the whole thing. That he's so vague. They ask him some questions. What is it specifically? You have to guess, or you want to watch the video once more. Watch the clip on Twitter or on Instagram account that you can actually find pretty easily. But he just said it sort of so vaguely. They points to me it feels something like a point and click adventure, something like the book of the homeless book of Black Cat. If you volume 1 and volume 2, if you never read those two books of Villainous, that is just a point and click adventure. You just read and decide the decisions of the main lead does. And I feel that could be the main thing. But also, I'm thinking of that specifically because how he said it, but he also said a completely different platform. You have to get an educated guess. I feel this project was sold by Netflix, that Cartoon Network Mexico made a deal, and Netflix would sort of distribute this project because it makes sense if they decide to make a point adventure click and Villainous. could be something like the number book of Black Cat, but in animated form, doing in Netflix, because Netflix have been doing animated projects with just a point and click adventures in animations. It's just usually family friendly, but it just sort of makes sense because Max or HBO don't have that sort of uh, equipment on their service to do that. Only Netflix. And I feel this could be makes sense if they decide to go that direction. But it also makes another question: who is the character we follow in Villainous? And you have to sort of guess a specific character. Callan, they have to sort of guess. That's my probably best guess because he is the main lead character of the harmless book of Black Cat Volume 1 and Volume 2. On top of all this, his story is very actually interesting. So it makes sense if they decide to go that direction. At least that's my best guess. But if not, it could be a completely different character. I have to guess probably Jello now or J-Lo, that is sort of a psychic hero who wants to be our true hero, but she actually can't. The reason that's my second guess who we follow in the Villainous Universe spin-off series has to be of the manual How to Be Evil by Black Cat, because they do show an image explaining how a hero gets corrupted and show the image of the ideas how Jello actually work. And to me, that makes a lot of sense. That could be an interesting way to give you a nod to be who is the next character you follow, or same time just throw away character to just show you and give you an interesting fun example. But once more, that could be an interesting point of view, searching who is this character, because people want to know who is Jello, or who want to know, more people want to know what happened to Callan. One or the two could be interesting point of view adventure anime series like many others that Netflix has done. Of course, just to remind you, everything I say right here is just sort of speculation what Alan actually said. Just to remind you, because some people have thick head and sometimes they don't really think about what I actually say. But besides that, if this is true, we can also follow Peace. To me, it makes interesting idea to follow, or at least the next spin-off is to follow a member of Peace, or maybe goldheart, how he ran this, or how he became a hero, or we follow a interviewer going in Peace and searching all different hero characters to see how they think and work and how they get selected, and also the training, because let's face it, Peace is the only organization we don't know much information, how they choose their members, how they do their own job, who select who for what position. There's a lot of fun things you can have it, especially in a workplace that you actually make a lot of jokes. But once more, do you want to have spin-off focus on Peace instead to see their point of view, the reason why heroes become heroes, or how they selected? Especially Golden Heart, to me it makes sense if they chose him to be the next lead of this project. But of course, if they chose Golden Heart, that could be maybe a very dangerous choice, because Golden Heart interest is we don't know much about it. He could be related to Dr. Flood, or at least a friendship got wrong, brothers, we just don't know. Answer that question can ruin Dr. Flood's mysterious past. So they have to be very careful. If they chose him, they have to answer a few things. Or choose not to answer, they just chose to observe him, who he is, you understand his personality and the reason why he does, if they choose to go that specific direction. But once more, I'm just saying, if they want to make a point and click adventure, it will be a very interesting point of view looking at Peace and one of the main members. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just sort of something like the original shorts of Villainous. The second try they went official, that the Villainous crew just sort of reviews all the villains on Cartoon Network and make them fail. But that was sort of a very experimental show before they went full anime series, because that was a low budget, but they very specifically figured out what money to spend on, what to not spend on. And to me, that makes more sense how Allen attempted to explain it. Could be something very similar, focus on a party, a news reporter looking at other villains or looking at other heroes, doing that same direction. That sort of face-to-face camera, sort of interview point of view with little limited budget, but you use different heroes or villains to show you to save some money. That could be another way to actually do it. That's why maybe adding sort of explains that, yeah, it's something that we did before. Or maybe not, it could be something else. It could be sort of a motion comic. They did another comic, but make them a little bit animate a few moments just to make it more interesting. But of course, which character do you think should we follow of this spin-off series? If we have to choose fan favorite, I think another spin-off with the girls like Ellie, Parasite, Kaneko, or even Poker Face joining a sort of villains group to just to follow them, because the spin-off High Risk made them really well known and more popular. To me, that makes sense to make a anime series of them, the rookie side of becoming a villain and all the struggles they need to do to be recognized as villains. That could be a fun little ride, especially how each character are very strong characters. You like the girls, you want to see more, you want to know where they can actually become true villains. But once more, that could be a possibility. Or you want something, a brand new villain to follow or hero just to change it up. In fact, which villain or hero you want to follow of this spin-off series, hopefully that Alan will deliver. But to make honestly, to just make this clear, animation takes a long time. So this project will come out probably next 2 to 3 years. So yeah, you have to wait a little longer till they actually finish it and drop it. At least shows the first pilot to see how this anime project will be received and understand what this is. Of course, once again, which character you want to follow next? You want to follow the girls, want different villains, or you want to see the perspective of peace, or you want to see a perspective of your reporter, their point of view of the things of the world how actually works, or you just want more lore. You just want to know about a little bit of everything like everybody else. That could be a fun spin-off series. Just focus on a lore-based show and just follow a little bit of each character just developing. That could be part of the more smartest thing to do. But yet, what is what is your thing you prefer? You prefer a point and click adventure, or just want a normal anime series or another comic book spin-off? Tell me down below, let me know. And honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.